She gave billion. Nobody can argue with the First Lady's generosity. And, you know, you can talk about the ways in which, and I think it's important to mention that from her office, it's usually from, as she said, generous donations from well-wishers through her Renewed Hope Foundation, just to mention that. The other caveat I'd also want to point out here is that the First Lady, according to the Constitution, is not recognized. The person that we voted for as a people is the president, the person who has constitutional backing and who is accountable to the Nigerian people is the president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But we also know that traditionally, the first ladies of our country have taken up one pet project or the other to complement the efforts of their serving spouse. Now, in this regard, I think there are many, many things that are wrong with this particular video and this assertion by the First Lady. The first thing is that it almost seems as if you're watching a video from 1960. Where they are saying that women empowerment, and there's nothing wrong with small. There's a place in our society for small business owners, micro, small and medium scale enterprise businesses. But we're looking at a Nigeria of 2026. We're looking at a Nigeria in the context of where the rest of the world are talking about cutting edge technology. Is the First Lady aware that women now run multi-billion empires across the world? That businesses like Akara, Akamu, yes, in rural development, in rural areas would suffice, but if we're talking about empowering women in modern-day Nigeria, let us talk about industrialization. That is the engine of a modern economy. And when you talk about that, you are then looking at the ripple effect of job creation, contribution to the GDP and the likes. Do we appreciate efforts in this small regard? Absolutely. But when you're talking to women, and I saw the people behind her who were nodding in agreement to what she was saying, you would say that we need a lot more. And if this is the thinking in Aso Villa, then that's problem. That you're looking at empowerment in 2026 for the Nigerian woman whom you're going to ask to give you votes come elections, and you're talking about, you are giving them, that they are not being creative, that are not. We moved past that. How many people in the family that they come from have made successes of themselves really and truly in today's Nigeria by selling the things that she's mentioned? And even with that, if you want to set up someone in business, will you look at the cost of fuel? Because they will power their Akara business. The scale at which you're talking about to export is a different ball game in terms of startup capital. It is not what she's talking about. And I do think, quite frankly, it's about time we stopped insulting the intelligence of Nigerian women by saying that the best they can do is to be selling this and selling that. With due respect to those who sell it, it is fantastic. But what we should be talking about as a progressive nation, renewed hope, should be how should we industrialize? How can we empower women with technical skills? How can we talk about women owning business empires, manufacturing sectors, help women who are already against all odds are working? That's what we want to hear.
All right, okay. So, you know,
No, that's why we do respect. There's a space for that too. There's an
but you know, I
did
see an Akara seller on social media recently. She's been trending, making a ton of money. She has expanded her business and all of that. But yes, you know, we told you we will be reading your comments. So let's take a look at one reaction from Dr. Egbede on Leke Leke, reacting to the First Lady's story. Dr. Egbede wrote, "This one tire me, Akara business for poor women, and you were buying car for APC women leaders. This is the highest degree of hypocrisy and egoism. I don't think you politicians have any meaningful things to offer the poor masses. First Lady, please go to the market and see how tough it is out there." But they are giving you Akara option.
But other women can get cars.
So I needed to just read out the comments of Nigerians and why she's trending at #1. Say what you want to say quickly.
I know what I'm just saying is that other ladies should not even aspire to be First Lady like her. They should just go and sell Akara.